Welcome back, chickies!
Welcome back.
It's a fun week this week.
So we have a little bit
Should we
of
address the beveraginos?
the beveraginos.
Clink.
So, oh right, yeah.
Tastes like...
Nope,
Okay.
we don't do that. Nope, there's no ASMR in this place.
must bounce on it. Crazy style. Okay, it's fine.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that is.
What's up? How you been? How's this last week been for you? How you feeling?
This last week,
Yes.
what have I been doing this last week? The weather's nice,
Weather's nice.
which makes me want to drink beer.
Oh, beer on a patio.
Which is kind of where we
Wash your patios, people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which is kind of where this episode came from. So, we were trying to figure out a topic, and I was noodling, as I do. And in the midst of my noodle, we ended up having a girls' night.
A petit girls' night, yes.
With George and Joseph and my lovely work wife, and we ended up going out, and we got nice...
And tipsy-turvy. We got tipsy-turvy.
And Patricia came out.
Patricia did come out.
And
also Compet Katie / Borat.
yeah, so if you... This is the premise of the episode.
Buckle up.
Everybody should have a drunk alter ego.
Yes. It'll come
because
along.
when you wake up on Sunday with the shame over, you
don't take responsibility. Like
don't have to feel shame because it wasn't you.
It was your drunk alter ego. Yeah.
So mine is Patricia because I'm sure we all get the reference. It wasn't me. It was Patricia.
Yeah.
And she...
what is that reference? Actually, I have never heard this backstory. I didn't know where Patricia came from. Holy dots are connecting. What the heck?
Wait, really? The movie?
I cannot watch horror movies. Night terrors, Jessie.
I've never watched it either, but it was like,
What?
it wasn't me, it was Patricia.
That's crazy.
Not that I support villainizing mental health, but the whole movie, what is that dude's name? Okay, wait, we have an audience.
We do have an audience today.
If you see us looking behind the camera, it's because we've got some peeps in the house.
We've got some lovely ladies.
That might make
some birds.
a surprise appearance and give us a little fun story.
Yes.
Who is that actor?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, he played Professor X.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, in
Okay.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do know what you're talking about. I've never seen the movie.
So it's like,
but
it
yes,
wasn't me, it was
Patricia was
Patricia.
like Patricia was. Oh yes, Patricia was like the older caretaker person. Yes. No, I do know what you're talking about.
But yeah. So but that's like the line from the movie.
Yeah.
And so kind of how it came to be, I didn't really have Patricia, but I opened a bar when I was 19 and there was a lot of late nights. And
Yes.
so here's the thing. We got 50% off liquor.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
That was
That's
the
lethal.
staff discount was we got 50% off drinks.
That's crazy.
And so we would pay like $3 a drink. And that was when we paid for drinks because obviously our bartenders know us. We got all
They
the
treat you
spills
well.
and the mess ups.
Yep. Yep.
So we spent basically our entire paycheck at the bar.
That's crazy.
And during this time, everyone got a drunk alter ego.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I lived probably 8 blocks away
Yeah,
from...
you could walk. You could walk to work.
I could walk. I didn't, but I could...
You could trek home if you needed to.
Oh, I trekked home. I never walked to work, but I could
Yeah.
walk from
Yeah.
work for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where Georgie met her aunties.
Yes, my auntie's the council. I am a rookie of the council.
Yikes.
Which gorgeous
Probably
girls.
from a trauma bond of way too many 12-hour shifts and dealing with just all of the ins and outs.
So you got a drunk alter ego.
So we got a drunk alter ego.
What was the event that led to the drunk alter ego?
Oh.
What was your event that switched up?
So we had a couple really amazing security staff, and they were godsends. And a couple of times, Big Mike and Ray, and may have had to carry my ass out.
Yeah.
And I'm 6 feet tall. Like,
you're not tiny.
I'm
We're
not
not tiny
I'm not
girls.
a tiny girl. Like,
No.
I 6 feet tall, 200 and some pounds. And I can tackle a Rottweiler if
Yeah.
I need to. That was an interesting
Yeah.
I could tackle a Rottweiler if I need to.
Tackle that dog.
But mind you, my bouncers, thank God for them. They were able to carry my deceased body.
We love that.
Yeah. So what is your alter ego and where did it come from?
I have a new one.
Always, as if I don't know this.
I have a new one. She's come around recently.
Oh, she has, yeah. Well, like
yes.
Tell me the first one though.
But Borat is the good old good. Okay, Borat. So, where did Borat come from?
Georgia loves accents.
Okay, yes, that's where it came from.
You have
when I get like for drink Georgia. It doesn't even have to. It's like sober. Sober Georgia loves an accent. I will it's like almost like I think it's echolalia. I like cannot if I'm like talking to somebody and I'm like, and they have an accent, I unintentionally mimic their accent and then I have to be like, oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's.
But you're actually really good at them.
Thank you. I have convinced Australians that I am Australian before.
Yeah,
I really love accents.
Our Australian. Your Scottish accent is really great.
I like my Scottish one, yeah.
And then your Borat one is just...
Borat is not the greatest, but I like Borat. And Borat, all accents turn into Borat when Georgia drinks. So when you meet people in a city that has a lot of people, you meet people with accents. I meet people with accents, but the accents all meld together into the Borat accent when I'm drunk.
True.
So it just sticks around.
And mind you, we'll be out for dinner, and if our server has an accent,
it doesn't matter.
You can watch her. She's trying.
I'm watching your mouth, how you're placing the vowels.
Trying not to mimic it. And
so hard.
You're doing your best.
It's very hard for me.
You have a...
Thank you. Peace, love, prayers. Thank you. I try my best. No, so Borat comes out. But the one recently has been Comp Het Katie. Comp Het Katie... if you don't know the term comp het, it's like a compulsory heterosexuality. Okay, so I like women. However, when I go and get drunk, I really like getting offered the deed to somebody's house, or free drinks, or I don't know, sharking.
Let's call a spade a spade. Georgia is very conventionally attractive.
I love attention.
You are extremely so beautifully attractive, and you also are a bit of a ditz when you're drunk.
When I'm drunk? No, it's calculated ditziness. No, it looks like I'm ditzy. I'm calculating that shit. It is, I am, no. Hey guys.
I feel like maybe you think that it's calculated ditziness, but really, sometimes you're kind of a dumbass.
No, sometimes I do dumbass shit so that I can get.
No, you just say. Sometimes you're just but where are we gonna go?
Okay, yeah, no. Sometimes it does.
How do we walk?
It gets a little ditzy.
Oh, honey. But you're so
that's Comp Het Katie coming.
You're so incredibly smart.
Comp Het Katie is like a pick me. She wants to flirt with men and then run away from them.
Yeah. She's just grabbing their hats.
Yeah. She's messy.
Yeah.
She's being a messy hetero.
Yeah. Imagine the most annoying girl on a what are those teenage rom-coms?
Oh yeah,
the girl that you're just cringing because you knew it was you.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
it's like an age regression, maybe. I don't know. Comp Het Katie is scary. She scares me. I wake up and I think,
Patricia
oh my god,
do not get along.
Patricia and Comp Het Katie don't with each other.
No,
they do not. No, and they get in some I Yeah. But recently, I've discovered there's a drink allowance. It's okay. So I want to say 6 drinks were still comfortably Borat. Okay. Anything past 6
Patricia
drinks.
loves Borat.
Patricia and Borat get along very, very well.
They're little shit disturbers.
Yes, we get into some stuff. So it's when I cross that 6 drink line over into Comp Het Katie territory.
Yeah,
that's where it gets messy.
Yeah. When you remember that you're being perceived.
Yes. Yeah. And that's where the switch happens. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have a drink allowance because Patricia could come out after 1 drink.
Yeah.
Or after
Patricia's a surprise appearance.
She decides.
Yes.
Because I can drink my weight in liquor and still be fine.
Yeah. See, no, I'm not a big drinker. I'm not a big drinker.
No, you have no tolerance.
I have iron lungs. No,
Girl.
we cannot. Iron lungs, not an iron stomach. Here's the thing. What is your favorite Patricia story? And what is your worst Patricia experience? I need 2. Your favorite Patricia story and your worst Patricia
So when you
experience.
say worst, do you mean something that like got me in
Something
trouble?
that haunts
got
your dreams.
Jesse in trouble? Or
Yes.
that like
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like something that you had to like admit that Patricia was a part of you. You had to accept her. You had to work on her. You had to feel her feelings.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay,
no.
so when you work at a bar,
Yes.
staff parties end up being a free-for-all.
Yeah, no, I know. I went to my first staff party with service industry people. That crap is wild.
It's because they give you free liquor
Yeah.
and they encourage you to get to know each other and trauma bond.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's a service
Not
industry.
really.
That's a
But-
service industry must.
It wasn't really a staff party, but kind of. So how they would get us to do free labor
Yeah.
is they would, like, if we were decorating for Christmas,
Okay. Yeah. They'd give
they
you
would
free
have
liquor.
like a Christmas decorating party.
Yeah.
We'd come in after hours. You could have a couple drinks. Blah blah. They were like, we're not going to pay you, but
Yeah.
like come in, have some drinks. Of course, I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah. I'm there.
I was in class the morning and the afternoon, and I went straight from my university was here and the bar that I worked at was down here.
Yeah.
I went straight from school to the bar to start
Icon.
setting up.
Yep.
I've got my music on. I hate
Yeah.
Christmas music, so I was just like blasting Rihanna the entire
Yep.
time. And we're setting up, we're decorating, having a nice time. Everybody shows up at like 8:00 when everything's winding down. At this point, you know, we're hanging out and I was talking / seeing this dude at the time. I was like, hey, you should come pick me up.
Gotcha.
He was a friend of the industry. People knew him.
Gotcha.
And see, the problem was like I was kind of giddy about it, and I'm very low key. I keep my
Yeah.
stuff on the down low.
Yeah.
And I'll just like sneak out the back.
Right.
And my work husband at the time, he was also drinking. And mind you, he had a girlfriend. His girlfriend and I were best friends. This was not like a he was jealous type thing. It was he was drunk and got it in his head that this dude was taking advantage of me, which is not funny
No.
at all. But
But what happened?
So I was like, no, he's a great guy. You know him. But work hubby is 10 sheets to the wind and has
He's-
no idea what's going on. And he's like, no, you're not going home with him. And I was like,
Yeah.
stop. I'm a grown ass adult.
Yeah.
Like,
let me live.
I want to go get some.
Okay.
And they get into a fight out back. My manager is trying to break them up. And mind you, work hubby, like my height, mans that I'm having going out with, 6'6", 300 and like football player. Like,
Yeah.
He was a
Big dude.
He was a man.
Yeah.
And so there was no chance.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, you're going to die.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're this sweet little boy.
So you're
that just
screaming and
wants to-"
dudes are fighting over you?
Yeah. And
Oh,
my
iconic.
manager's there and they're pissed off because they're like,
Iconic dream situation.
No, they're like, keep your drama to yourself. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And I'm trying to get in the middle of them because I don't like, I don't.
Oh, I love that. I would have let him have it.
No.
Fight to the death, gladiator style.
Because there was no reason. It was the biggest like they're both such sweet guys, and the next day they were both so embarrassed, and it was like work hubby was embarrassed and he apologized and it was fine, but I was like, oh my God, this is like. But I started it because I kind of egged it on.
Of course.
In the way that I was like, I'm gonna go home with him. And he's like, no, you're not. Like, you need to make good decisions. And I was like, I'm making good decisions.
Yeah, as Patricia
so,
does.
yeah.
As Patricia does. Patricia loves to make
Gaslight
bad
people.
decisions and then like try and get her friends to convince her out of these bad decisions.
Yeah.
That's a Patricia trait. So best Patricia story.
Okay, so
what was your best Patricia story?
This is I probably shouldn't say this, and like I'm proud of it, but you know what? It is the best story that I have to tell. Well, okay, I have two. One, I punched my manager in the face.
Yes.
That's a Patricia story that like
It's a good one.
I didn't get fired. He told me I could, but it was because he made me work clopens, which is a closing shift, so I would work till 3 a.m. and then I'd have to open at 9. And I worked clopens for 3 years.
Fricka-clopin.
And he was like, you know what? I deserve it. You can punch me in the face. So I did.
Fair.
That was just a quick and dirty, like, love that. I got to punch my manager in the face.
Fair.
My favorite Patricia story is, so my roommate Ness, we walk into the bar. It's packed. Her section's full. We're like, oh, like, we can go somewhere else. Like, we'll come back and visit you when it's slower. She's like, no. You're going to sit with these guys. Brings us to this booth with this group of, like, five guys.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. And she's like, see, I told you I'd find you some girls. And we're like, what? They had a bet that they would tip their bill if she got girls to sit with them.
That's crazy. Wild. One.
Like,
but two
words. Military dudes.
Got you. No. Fallen, dead.
So,
needed in a way that is actually concerning to feminism.
A couple of them are military guys. There's a couple British ones. There's a Scottish one. I think an Irish one. And so we're sitting there and they're like, oh, like, give us the Alberta experience.
What?
Because they were only here for like base training.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, where are we going to take them? A ranch.
Oh.
We were like, all right, we're going to take them to the ranch because there's a mechanical bull.
Yeah.
It's a country bar.
Yeah.
Mind
Jesse
you,
got bottled there.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You split your head open. Yeah.
That was
okay. So continue. Take him to the ranch.
So we take them to the ranch and we're like, yep, this is where we're riding the mechanical bull. We're having a nice time. Her drunk alter ego is Veronica.
Yes.
Veronica, like in Riverdale, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
She takes no
crap.
And she tells it like it is, but she also when she gets too drunk and she needs to like tactical yactical,
yeah,
she wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
And will get mean so that you leave her alone.
Yeah.
So this is what she does.
Fair.
But military guys, they're like, she needs help, blah, blah, blah. Like big old man ego. Kick the bathroom door down.
Is this a good story?
Hold on.
Okay,
continue. It gets better. So me and the one guy we had a beautiful evening together. Wake up in the morning. I have no boundaries. I've all of my friends have seen me naked at some point. And, And I just really
naked
don't
mom
care.
theory.
Yeah. Ness doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah.
She hates the smell of it.
That's crazy.
But she makes me coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
She always made me coffee in the morning. And so she brings me a cup of coffee into my room. I'm still naked in bed with this dude.
Yeah.
We're going to have our debrief. She crawls into bed with me.
Yeah.
And we're like, he's like, my bed's here. Like, I'm laying here. Ness crawls in. We're like I'm drinking my coffee. We're discussing the night. We're like, oh my God. I was like, I have a giant bruise on my thigh from like that because I wiped out on the mechanical bull. We're like talking about everybody we met. Like, we're having the typical debrief.
Yeah.
This dude pops his head over my shoulder and is like, can you get out? And first of all, I pretended not to understand him from his accent. I was like, what did you just say?
No.
And then
you pulled
and then Ness is playing into it and is translating for me.
Stop.
No, it was the best moment of my life.
Okay, getting a dude out of the house after that, oh my God.
So brilliant. And I'm like,
your friends are real when they can get rid of a dude for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, that
and I'm
is...
like, I don't know if I'm just too hungover. I don't understand a word you're saying.
Oh my God.
Like, mind you, he had a pretty thick, like, what, Geordie Shore accent? Like, what's that one? Like the, whatever city that is. But it was like Essex. An Essex accent. Like, he had a thick accent.
Thick
So I'm
Essex
pretending
accent.
not to understand him.
Right. Okay, I gotta stop.
Yeah, I'm pretending not to understand him, and Ness is playing into it.
Oh
She
my God.
is translating for me. This dude is getting more and more pissed off. Mind you, he's buck ass naked.
That's hilarious.
There's nothing better than just embarrassing a dude while he's like naked in a strange place.
That's insane. That's insane.
So then after that, Rosie, she had already gone home.
Yeah.
Rosie like pops in and out because obviously like she had keys to my building and blah blah blah. So she pops home. She comes back. She takes me and Ness for Taco Bell.
Oh, hell yeah.
I drove to Taco Bell. I could not drive back because I was so sick. And I passed out in the back of my car. But my lovely girlfriends let me have a nap in the back of my car while I had my Supreme Crunch, whatever.
Yep.
And we giggled about the fact that I pretended not to understand an English accent.
That's hilarious. I love that.
And that's probably my favorite Patricia story.
Okay.
Tell me your best and worst Borat stories. Borat. We'll get to Compact Katie, but Borat.
Okay, so probably one of the first appearances of Borat was at family friend's wedding. Okay, so she was an employee of my mom. We love, like, I grew up with this girl, like we were close, right? It's an open bar. 15 years old, open bar. Nobody's looking. And they're doing fireball shots. So just imagine a lot of daycare teachers doing fireball shots at an open bar.
Small town, everybody knows everyone.
Everybody knows everybody. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do some fireball. I drank my weight in liquor. Mind you, this is probably like my 4th or 5th time ever drinking in my life.
What did I tell you?
Yeah, no, take it slow. You know, it's an open bar. Pace yourself. Pace yourself, babe. Pace yourself. I learned that night to pace myself. I also learned when and where you need to tack yak. Okay?
Oh.
Tactical yaktical. This is a term that will come up. Tack yak is when you have to pull trig because you need to drink more or you need to sleep and you don't want to puke in your sleep. Fast forward. Emetophobia, trigger warning. Georgia drinks her weight in liquor, drinks her weight in fireball. Okay. We go home. I also dabbled in the parking lot with
smoking cigars with
like
the groomsmen
it was messy.
Yeah.
I actually barely remember that night, to be completely honest, but I do remember the morning. So I wake up in the morning.
Joseph's playing the piano.
Jesse had just moved out.
I have video evidence of this.
Jesse had just moved out, and so we had an extra bedroom. We had a spare bedroom, and we didn't set it up yet. Like, it wasn't painted, whatever. We didn't have. Yeah. It's a bare mattress. I could not even make it down the stairs to my bedroom. I walk in the front door. I go to the spare bedroom. I sleep naked on this mattress, and it's a bare mattress, and I throw up all over this mattress, like chunks, chundied hard.
There was not a blanket.
There was no blanket. I'm freezing, naked, covered in puke.
The Dustin blanket.
Oh my God. Okay. So if you played hockey, at certain, like, when you get pictures, there's this option for hockey. I don't know why, but you can get your hockey picture like printed on a blanket. So one of our older brother's friends had left this blanket at our house, and it's a picture of his hockey picture. It's also Jesse's ex, has a picture of this, like, him playing hockey. And so we had this blanket in our house forever. It was a very comfy throw blanket. It was a very soft blanket.
It was a soft fleece blanket.
So there's only one throw blanket, covered in puke, bare mattress, one throw blanket, like, chattering. I'm thinking, this is when I die. I'm going to go to hypothermia. like, just actually terrified for my life. I wake up the next morning. My siblings are like, yes, this is her first hangover. Let's let her have it. One of them's playing the piano. One of them's yelling at me.
We walked into that room and it
it stank. I slept in my own puke that night. That was a blanket. That was the other extra blanket I had, was my own puke. So they're not helping me cleaning up. They're just making noise. I'm like blistering headache first time. But then I'm also like throwing up as I'm cleaning the throw up. Mm-hmm. So it was just a harrowing experience.
To the beautiful sound of Piano Man.
Yeah. Piano Man playing in the background. Like just, they let me have it. And I have not drank Fireball since.
As nobody should.
Like
Fireball is the most disgusting.
I get a whiff of it and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm so good. Yeah. No, that was
You
probably
fell
the
for the
worst.
open bar.
I fell for the open bar. And also I'm pretty sure I talked in an accent the whole night because all of the daycare teachers loved it. And that was like my first like
Oh,
entertaining,
yeah.
like they like
Mind
I
you,
grew
they
up
went
with
from
them.
like watching you as a kid,
Yes,
like
to,
you
like-
attended daycare to you were the daycare teacher.
Yes. So like
Through-
they're thinking
yeah.
this is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is their first. Oh, it was the best. Anyway.
Yeah. That was
For best
that was a
Borat
good
experience.
night, yeah.
Best.
Yeah.
Worst Borat experience?
field.
Who hasn't passed out in a field?
Okay.
This
I passed
time.
out in a snowbank.
That's scarier. That's getting drunk in Canada hazards. Don't pass out in a snowbank.
Yeah, I got after drinking bubblegum vodka.
Yuck. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. So, it's like probably one of my first times drinking. Georgia just didn't know, and she learnt the hard way.
Was I there?
No, I don't think so. It was I think this is one of my friends going away parties. So I have a full 2-6 of sourpuss that I'm like just loving on.
How did you get liquor?
Oh, they bought us liquor. So I have a full 2-6 of green sourpuss. Green. Okay?
Green?
So, and one thing about Borat,
Blue.
Borat loves a side quest. Borat loves to travel.
Oh yeah.
Borat loves to travel. He loves to experience the America. He's very good. He's very nice. He likes to travel. He gets it traveling. So, girl Borat loves to run away. So, this is, I'm like, again, probably 16, 17. No, I was like maybe 16. Maybe 15.
When they moved, it was they were a year older.
Whatever. I'm still 15. Whatever. So I'm downing this 2-6, like pacing myself better, downing this green bottle of sourpuss.
That's
Why?
disgusting.
Don't do sourpuss unless you're in a unless
You're
you're in
pacing yourself better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho,
yeah,
go ahead, go on.
subjective. Anyway, so I actually don't remember that night either. Not a lot of that. But no, I remember stumbling out into the field. So my aunt lives on this beautiful little acreage.
So Jacob was there.
So Jacob was there. And my brother's like, oh my God, my 15-year-old sister is drunk. I got to take her home. My mom's employed me to take her home. I'm like,
Never get this, you'll never get this, la 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 la. Yeah.
yes, I know. Not a chance I'm going home. So I run off into the field. However, there is high grass. So for a solid 20 minutes, I'm like army crawling with my bottle of green sourpuss through this tall grass. Because if I pop up like a gopher, my brother's going to see me and he's going to pounce. So I'm crawling through this grass. I'm like covered, like it's white shirt. I had this white shirt for the longest time in my closet. There's like grass streaks all over it, signatures all over it, multiple different types of alcohol. I'm like army crawling. I'm getting through. I'm getting back to the shop and Jacob's not going to see me. Oh my God, no. I can't remember how I was found. I think I might have just actually crawled out of the...
How you were found? Let's be honest. You're not Sly.
Echo, watch. No, I was not Sly.
You're not Sly.
No.
You're probably like a freaking.
I'm
bull
like
in a
giggling.
china.
I'm probably
Yeah.
giggling to
You're like,
myself.
"Ha."
Like full on giggling to myself, like I'm like army crawling, yeah, no, so like, and then so I can't remember even how I got home that night too. Oh my God.
Does.
But yeah, no, so I thought that was probably
Okay.
anyway, yeah, so those are my like kind of best and worst Borat stories, kind of both. They're kind of chaotic neutral,
Yeah.
as everything I do is.
Neutral. Nothing is neutral.
It's always like chaotic, like it's like teeters the line of chaotic good and chaotic bad. Like I'm always teetering that line. They balance. Yeah. So yeah, no, that was probably it. Yeah.
Oh my
but
God.
we can tell the story of how Compet Katie got into she got some play. Because I feel like that one we can bring Joseph in for, because Joseph also found his drunk alter ego that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. I'm gonna tag out.
Yes. Okay. You tag out.
I'm gonna tag out and Joe, you're going to come tell the story.
Tag in. Cheers, Bobo. First guest appearance. So, we decided JoJo just had moved to Kelowna, okay?
Well, this was a couple months after.
This was a couple months after, but this is your first, like, big night out. This is
Yeah.
your first, like, okay, getting messy, getting
I
out.
hibernated for a little bit, you know what I mean?
You got the lay of the land.
You know, stayed in my basement.
Yeah.
Planted my butts.
Here's the thing. We decided JoJo needed a crazy night out. JoJo needed the Kelowna experience. So he comes out with Patricia, Borat, and Auntie Amanda. We love.
Love Amanda.
Me and Joe decide we're probably like what? Like gone. 3 sheets to the wind at this point. Buttons are down.
Oh, yeah. I had full buttons down.
Shawn Michaels likes to unbutton buttons.
Okay, wait. We got to explain who Shawn Michaels is. Okay.
So before going out, Joseph loves WWE.
I love
Joseph
wrestling.
loves wrestling.
I love wrestling. Are you kidding me? Bunch of shirtless guys oiled up a little bit. It's not quite gay.
But it's teetering.
It's getting there. You know what I mean?
There. It's good gay.
You know, it's a little bit of every straight guy has to have a little bit of homoeroticy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like how every straight guy likes
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
I like WWE. And Shawn
Yes.
Michaels. Okay, Shawn Michaels, he's the Heartbreak Kid, so he's a sexy guy. That's his nickname. Mr. WrestleMania,
Yes.
he's just the showstopper.
Yes.
Love Shawn Michaels. In the 90s, real hot, you know. Shawn Michaels, he's the Heartbreak Kid. That's his whole shtick, is that he looks good. He's a sexy boy.
Yeah.
His theme song is called Sexy Boy. And
So me and Joe before going out, we're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna hit the Heartbreak Kid and
Triple H.
Triple H. Okay.
Triple H is his best friend.
We're making TikToks.
We gotta. So the pose is Shawn Michaels and his best friend Triple H.
Shawn Michaels goes into a split, like a low lunge.
It's a low lunge, and he holds up a little double bicep, and Triple
Yeah.
H is just looking massive above him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we looked massive. We're thinking
Yeah.
we're top shit.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So we decide to take out on the town. We're 3 sheets to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're at third bar of the night. No, second bar.
Second bar. Because
Second
we
bar
went
of
to
the night.
Gator.
Gator.
Joe had a couple doubles. Joe likes doubles. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You gotta get the party going quick.
Sweet. Yep.
I don't handle my liquor well.
Yeah.
But I gotta drink a lot of liquor to actually
get-
get to the point where I'm gone. You get a couple doubles in you.
We get a couple doubles in you.
You got a couple buttons going down on the shirt. I'm wearing a shirt like this. It's
We're
a-
thinking.
It's a good shirt. I got the same. These are the same pants.
Yep.
From
We're
that
thinking.
night. Insert picture.
of our. Wait, I'll insert the video of our D-Generation X.
Generation X.
Oh, I will also show Miss Liberty.
Yeah,
That's after.
so-
that comes after.
Here's the thing.
So, me and Joseph decide we're running plays. Mm-hmm. Hit the.
Oh wait. I bumped the
We're
mic.
hitting plays. Okay, we're running plays. Joseph and I are 18 months apart. Irish twins is what people call it, right? So
Yeah.
we grew up very, very close, right? In
Yeah.
age and in spirit. Twin 'em.
Twin flame.
Twin 'em.
Is that what they call it?
I don't think you're my twin flame. But twin 'em for sure. Anyway, so we decide we're running plays. We're going to pretend that we're twins. So we
didn't really decide that we were twins. Someone just said, "Are you guys like siblings?" And then you said, "Oh yeah, we're twins."
Oh yeah, we're twins. Yeah. I said I my first thing was, yeah, he took all the height in the womb. And they're like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yes. Yes, I can work with this." So we decide, okay, you know what? Let's shark some people at pool.
Which we didn't, by the way.
We didn't. We were way too drunk to even shark anybody. So these two dudes,
There was two. Okay.
they're terrified of Joe. So anytime they're trying to flirt with me, they're also trying to make sure it's okay with Joe. And so they're just pumping it up. So like I'm getting free drinks. I got like at least 2 drinks at the pool table.
Did you?
I did not have a drink leave my hand. Yeah, they'd run to the bar, come back, give me a drink.
Where's my drink?
Sorry, man.
You should have like got
I
me a
know.
double
I
rum
know.
and coke. I was way too gone at that point.
Yeah, no, I think you needed water. So we decide we're going to stay at the pool table, run some plays. It's not planned. It was really bad at first. But
Because I kept fucking with you.
yeah.
She kept on going, okay, we're gonna say this at the same. What were you trying to get me to say? You were trying to get me to say
Beats
something
Bears Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah, and I kept on going. 1, 2.
Oh wait,
3,
restart. 4.
4.
No,
Okay,
restart. 1,
That's a
2.
good bit.
Yeah.
That's a legendary
That was
bit.
hilarious. So, right. So we think we're hilarious. They're like, what the fuck is going on? We're trying to run plays, right? It's working. This one little Italian dude is like, oh my God, I think
He
your
was
sister.
feisty, dude.
He was feisty. He's like, I think your sister's gorgeous. Can I get your sister's number? And I'm like, I'm right fucking here. This short little Italian guy is like, can I marry your sister? And like, Joe's like, she's right there. And I'm like, I'm right here. Whatever. He goes, he's like, he just hands me his wallet. He's like, take my wallet, take everything I have, take the deed to my house. Do you want my house? And Joe's like, yeah, take it. And I'm like, no, I'm okay.
Should have took it.
We think this is hilarious.
We need to finesse some property in Kelowna.
Property's
It's a
insane.
growing. There's a bubble that's about to pop. We got to buy the dip.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. We think this is hilarious.
Money first. You know what I mean?
Joseph is gone. We lose at pool. I think they lied to us and told us we won.
No. So what happened in pool is that I was trying to play. You were off flirting with that fucking
Compact Katie.
No, that tall weird guy who was talking to you about the bikes.
Oh, I wasn't actually. No, I have a motorcycle. I wasn't actually interested in this dude, but Compact Katie was like, oh my God, pick me. I have a motorcycle. Like, yeah.
And the thing is with these guys, they walk up to you and they're like, that's your sister? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, bro, no disrespect, but she's like so beautiful. And I'm
No
like,
disrespect.
what
No
do you
disrespect.
mean no disrespect? Like, dude,
why are you telling me this? Yeah, we thought it was hilarious. Anyway.
I don't like to be the middleman.
Yeah, no, that was the funny part. Anyway, so Joe gets so gone. Joe jumps the railing. We're over it. We decide we're going to go on a photo shoot spree.
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures with the water pitcher. I'm dumping the whole water pitcher in my mouth. Joseph's taking pictures with the Statue of Liberty. All of these will play right here, by the way.
We closed the bar down. I don't remember us being at because we were at O'Flanagan's, and the purpose of going to O'Flanagan's was to get Joe a girl.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Me and Jesse went straight to the pull tabs.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much money was in my wallet. Because pull tabs are fun.
Pull tabs are so fun. Oh, there was no
That's
pull tabs
right.
at Gator. That was sad. They took the pull tabs. So no, we thought it was perfect. We're gonna take pictures, take our leave. That was our excuse to leave. It was a good time.
No,
Then,
we closed the bar down.
Like closing time was playing. Lights went up. It got a little fuzzy.
The thing I don't like about city bars is that they actually close down when it's closing time.
Yes, they have to. Yeah.
In smaller town bars,
No.
and the thing is, I don't really close down bars too often. I'm the guy that smokes a little bit of weed and goes home at 1. You know, be respectful. You know, the odd time I'll go a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll close a bar down. But the thing is about bars in the city is that they actually close at the time you're supposed to. You're supposed to, like, you know,
Because I think they're more scared.
everybody's
of, like,
supposed to
liquor
huddle around the
licenses.
bar, and everybody's supposed to keep on drinking, and you're supposed to be really friendly to the bartender.
Just make
And you're
them
supposed
forget
to
they're
go
supposed to
behind the bar, and you're supposed to pour your own drinks. That's how it works. That's how
It's
it
a
should
small
work.
town. You got the city experience. So we get kicked out of the bar. Joseph is trying to jump every item in the street he can.
I love jumping
He's like,
over
there's
stuff.
like telephone boxes, railings, bike hookups, everything. He's thinking, oh, I can clear it. Falls. He tries to jump over this like electrical.
It's those big transformers on the
Yes.
street, the green transformers that are on the street, and I'm like, I can get on top of this sucker. I can hit a
Easy.
sick pose.
Easy.
Albanese was driving us home.
Yeah.
Mama Albanese was driving us home.
I didn't know where she came from. She appeared. There's the thing. I look up and
We have pictures of when she appeared.
there's a nice old lady, and she's saying, we're gonna drive you home, and I'm like, you know what, that's sick. I didn't
Joe-
realize that I was going home tonight. I was like, you know what, I thought I was gonna pass out on a couch or on the floor. I passed out on Jesse's floor before. It sucks.
Yeah.
You know, I got a
Yeah.
bad back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she drove us home. We had a fun time. My buddies, we all like to make fun of each other. Georgia was making fun of my one
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm in the group chat making fun of the buddies.
No, I never sent that to the group chat, by the way.
Love that. Joseph's like so Joseph tries to jump over this transformer. Joseph falls, wipes the frick out. So fast forward. We get taken home. Joseph is over the toilet like just
Oh, yeah, I
fighting
threw up
for
that
his
night. I
life.
forgot
You're
about that.
crying.
I wasn't crying.
You
I
were
was
crying. You were.
I was high.
You were crying.
No.
You were crying.
Was I?
Yes. From the bar, we stumble in. We're like, oh, yeah, that was such a good night. Fuck. This is going to be so great. I'll make some fried egg sandwiches. We'll be so good. Joseph heads for the toilet. He's like, I got to throw up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no.
This is actually
Like-
a big moment for me because, dude, why do I sound so gay? I got on this podcast and I sound like a friggin'...
It's so good.
Like
It's so good. It's
you know
giving-
what? I've had a couple beers today. You know what I mean? I had a couple mimosas. I'm
gotta-
feeling a little fruity. I'm feeling a little liberal out here. You know, I'm in Kelowna area.
We love it.
You know what I mean?
We love it.
Gotta go back to my roots.
So, we get home. Joseph is done. 6'4" man down on the toilet. He's crying. Like
I wasn't
you're not crying.
crying.
You weren't like sobbing, but you were like letting a little few tears go.
For
You were-
what?
But
What was I
think-
crying
don't-
about?
I don't remember.
I don't think I was crying. I think I was dry heaving and my eyes were watering.
that may have been it. But
And
I think
also-
no, I think you were
no.
disappointed in yourself.
I know
for-
exactly what it was.
what.
I took off my contacts.
Yes, no, but you were
But
like,
that's the thing,
like
when I
you
take
were
it- 'cause-
emotional. Like you were incoherently emotional. Joseph, I remember because I had to stand there with my own bucket. Okay, let me get to it. So, we're sitting there. Joseph's letting a few tears fly. He's throwing up. I'm like, oh my God, it smells so bad, but I have to take care of him because he's just like
Whoa,
falling.
calm down now. I took care of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You-
sure.
you can get it in the-
So I bring over a little blanket. I tuck him into the toilet.
I
He's
remember the
laying
blanket.
fetal position around the toilet, and then so he's heaving. I'm like it smells so bad that I have to grab my own bucket.
You
And
left that bucket with me. I took that to bed.
you took it to bed. I didn't actually throw up, but I'm dry heaving in the bucket trying to take care of you. Joe's like, oh my God, it was so funny. We both wake up the next morning. We look at each other and we're like, Popeyes? Can we get some Popeyes?
We got Popeyes that night. We had fried egg sandwiches in the morning.
No. We got Popeyes in the morning.
No.
We got Popeyes in the morning. We did not
We
do
got
fried egg
no.
sandwiches.
We did fried egg sandwiches, dude. I swear.
No, I swear we did not.
No, because I made the eggs wrong. Remember?
Oh, yes, we did do fried egg sandwiches, and then we were like disappointed with the fried egg sandwiches.
Yeah,
and we
because
got
I made them too
Popeyes.
rubbery.
But we did get Popeyes the next day.
No, but here's the thing. When I normally get drunk and I normally throw up because I throw up because when I get over the like ledge, I just, let it
over.
come out of my mouth. So normally when I get drunk, I get to the point where I throw up, I always run away. I go to the bathroom and nobody knows where Joe goes. Everybody's like, oh, Joe disappeared. I Irish goodbye. I love an Irish goodbye.
Joseph
Everybody
loves
should like an Irish goodbye.
Joe loves an Irish goodbye.
So normally I run to the toilet, but this time I let you take care of me because I was like, you know what?
I let you!
Because when I normally get that drunk, I lock the door. That's my
Yes,
big problem.
yeah.
And my auntie, bless her heart, she's the best. She always wants to take care of me, but I always lock the door on her and she gets like worried because she thinks I'm going to like
Yeah.
throw up. I can tell my worst story. It's roast beef
Okay.
knife.
Oh, no.
Roast beef knife.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
So at this point, me and my cousin, and I don't know how in detail I should go with it. We didn't have jobs at this point. Our other cousin is working shift work, and our one family friend, he's off because he's a farmer and it's winter. So we didn't have jobs at this point, and we're like, you know what? We're going to get drunk on a random Tuesday because that's a good time. You get drunk on a random Tuesday. So we go to this, like, in my cousin's house. They have like a little compound on their acreage. We go to the cousin's house, and we have Belgian blue moons. Belgian blue moons are the best,
God.
by the way.
No, they're not.
They're the
No.
best. They're like a little citrus beer, and they get you fucked up. So
Okay, continue.
so we both, me and my other cousin, we both buy a case of these Belgian blue moons, like the 8-packs, and we're drinking it, and we're playing you ever play the cardboard game?
No.
It's where like you put a piece of cardboard and you flip a coin, and then you make a circle around the coin, and you make a rule. So it's like,
I've never heard this.
truth or dare, or it's like drink 2 or something like that. It's super fun. We should play it. Anyways, so we get fucked up playing this game, and
Gotcha.
we get kicked out of the little garage area that we're in because my cousin's girlfriend is working mornings or nights or something like that, she needs to sleep. We get kicked out because we're little degenerates getting drunk on a fucking Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we're like, you know what? Let's go in the hot tub. Bad idea. If you're ever drunk, don't go in a hot tub. It makes it worse. You know what I mean? It makes it worse. You get way drunker, way faster, but it's a good
heats
time.
Up your blood, and then your blood is thinner.
Yeah.
Continue.
So it's a good time, though. We go into the hot tub. We polish off these blue moons, right? I'm 2 sheets to the wind. I'm pretty sure we smoked weed that night, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Leave that in. It's a good time. And so we get out of the hot tub. I think I probably got out first because I'm always getting out first. I'm always the guy that goes to bed early.
Yeah.
I'm the early guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ya.
So we get out of the hot tub and I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. That night.
No.
Hi, Schmecks. Oh my gosh. You're such a precious little girl. Oh my gosh. Look at you. Look at your little cherry eye. It's so weird. So that night for supper, we had roast beef sandwiches. We make a roast. We got some Kaiser buns from the bakery. They're fresh. You know what I mean?
Oh, this bakery is insane. So good.
And so I'm like, you know what? I want a little bit of leftovers. I want a roast beef sandwich. I cut up some roast beef, throw it on a sandwich, put some mustard on it. You know what I mean? It's a good sandwich. I hold it up to my mouth, take one smell of it, put it down. I'm going to fucking pull trick. Like I am.
Yeah.
I realize in that moment how drunk I am.
Yeah.
At this point, all the boys are in the house. They're laughing hysterically because I am like in my ginch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're laughing hysterically. And I go on the toilet. I'm hanging off the toilet. And the boys are being dinks. You know what I mean? They're laughing at me. And so I'm shutting the door. I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here. You know what I mean? When you're drunk and you just want everybody to leave you alone because you're like doing embarrassing stuff. I'm like, get out of here. So I close the door. I lock the door. Auntie's getting mad. So I open up the door. I'm hanging off the toilet. You know what I mean? Just gone.
Yep.
The boys are such little dinks that they put the roast beef sandwich on my leg. I have the picture of it. I'm not going to show it because
Can I put it in?
No, you can't put it in.
I'll blur it out.
No, I actually don't know if I even have the picture. It's somewhere.
I'll find.
But it's me hanging off the toilet. There's a roast beef sandwich just hanging off my thigh. It's the worst time. And by this point, Auntie wakes up. And because everybody is like, and she's like, what the fuck are you boys doing? And then she goes, did you drug Joe? She's worried that I'm like on some hard, I don't know if it was hard stuff, but she thought that I was like way too far gone. She was so worried.
Oh no.
And our one family friend who lives down the road is just laughing hysteric. I think we did smoke weed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's gonna go into the mic. We're gonna cut it out. But
whatever.
He's laughing hysterically because I think we did smoke weed that night.
Hot.
He is?
No, he's not.
I think so.
Sure, I feel like I did.
No, you get it. He's like, no. It's like it's childhood infatuation. Keep going.
You haven't seen him at the gym. He's got.
I have.
Dude can bench too. Like,
I know.
Strong as
I know.
fuck.
I've had a crush on him since I was like elementary school.
We have to cut all this out. But anyways, our one buddy is laughing hysterically, and like Auntie's like kind of pissed at this point because we're 4 grown men getting drunk on a Tuesday in the hot tub. Basically, I get up and I'm like, you know what? I'm not puking. I take the roast beef sandwich, I chuck it in the garbage. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bed. And this is the worst part of the story. I get upstairs and you know those big mugs from like the Keg or something like that? It was one of them like those big.
Oh, like the
Hudson's ones.
No, the Hudson's mugs.
When Hudson's was closing down, I brought Uncle Dean home for
Yes.
So basically, I would always use those. Yeah, we carry all the mugs. Auntie's a hoarder. Well, not a hoarder.
No, she's not.
She's not. Actually,
Continue.
she's pretty good. Anyways, but I would use one of those big mugs for my water.
Okay.
When I would like
smart.
For my water, my bedside
set
water,
it up.
you know, you have a little water.
Yep.
And the mug was empty. I go upstairs to my room and I'm like, dude, I'm not done throwing up.
No.
I can't make it to the bathroom. I chuck chunks in this mug. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to catch it all. It fills up instantly. Instantly it fills up. I'm like, oh no. I keep throwing up. It's overflowing. I'm like, oh shit. So by this point, the friend goes home because he's like he lives down the road. Like my two cousins are left and Auntie goes, check on Joe, and they come upstairs and I'm hunkered over my bed with a mug full of puke and and across the floor is just spread with puke. I'm like, dude, this is terrible. In this moment, I kind of sobered up because I threw up and I'm like, dude, this is a terrible look. My cousins come into the room. They're like, we got to clean this up right now or else it's going to stink. And I'm like, no, I'll go to bed. It's fine. I'll get it in the morning. I wasn't getting it in the morning, but so they bring up a bowl because they think I haven't thrown up yet. I've thrown up everywhere. So they bring up a bowl. I dump the mug into the bowl. They're like, they kind of put some paper towels down.
Devices.
They put the paper towel down. They start to clean up. They throw some thieves spray on, that Young Living thieves spray. They spread it all over. They clean it up as best they can. It's boys
skin.
cleaning stuff up. It didn't get cleaned up. I threw up on my guitar. Because I would always fall asleep playing my guitar. So I would always have it right by my bed.
Yeah.
Kind of on the carpet
Dummy.
underneath my bed. I threw up on my guitar. I cleaned it up as best I could, but there's still...
Did you throw up in the guitar?
No. I threw up on the strap.
Oh.
Yeah. And
You
it's
haven't
still
gotten
a
a new
little...
strap?
No, I love that strap.
That was our grad present to JoJo.
No, the strap wasn't. The strap came from my
guitar
bass. The guitar came.
That was a good grad
Yeah.
present.
Anyways. Yeah. Sick.
Thanks.
So...
A picture of Rosie in a bikini.
Yeah, that was hot. Love Rosie. Let's talk about Rosie for a second.
So that's insane.
You know what? Love the guy she's dating. Good guy.
Oh
I
my
seen
God.
him. I met
Oh
him
my
for a
God.
second. Good guy.
And this is where we tag out.
Give me a moment,
is where
I'd
we
make it a
tag out.
mile. You know what I mean? Like I'd be so good to her. That was so
I'd be
bad.
so good to you. Thank you, Joseph. That was perfect.
I'm taking out.
We're going to wrap this up.
I would love to end this episode with some tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks. First off, mentioned by Joe, always fill water for the morning self. Your hangover self will
Oh.
thank you every time.
Yeah.
You know when you wake up at 3 a.m. and you're so incredibly parched
'Kay.
and you just chug a whole, oh my God.
I'm pretty sure it was like episode 2 that it was like keep an emotional support water bottle in every room. It should always be full.
Yes.
Keep it in every room.
Yep.
Second of all,
Fried egg sandwiches.
fried egg sandwiches.
Get yourself, like, honestly, it's the easiest thing to cook. It doesn't matter if you scramble it, whatever.
It's got protein. It's got carbs. You're gonna throw some cheese on there.
Throw
You
some
can't-
cheese,
you can't mess
bread,
it up.
soak it up. Yep.
Fried egg
Yep.
sandwiches. When
Yep.
you get drunk, make yourself a fried egg sandwich.
Yep.
Also, put Tylenol beside your bed.
Oh my God, Tylenol. Yeah. I just started to have like the hangover, like headaches,
Shut up.
and it's insane. No.
Okay,
Like
I
going
used to
from
make
like,
fun of people so hard because I
wouldn't get hungover
I
until
worked
like this last couple years.
I worked 3 bar jobs. On Fridays would serve brunch 9 to, and then I would go for mid shift 6 to. So I would work 9 to 3, then 6 to 11, and then 11 to 3.
Got you.
Then manage on Sundays at 10, get drunk on Sundays, and because it was industry Sundays,
Yeah.
would wake up on Monday feeling great.
Yeah.
How? Not a single
It's
clue.
the 20-year-old. It's like
I was
bulletproof body.
invincible.
Yeah.
Now I get drunk and I'm
hungover for like a week.
3 business days
Yeah.
to recover.
Yeah. No.
But my biggest tip is if you are ever in the mode where you're like going to vomit,
Yeah.
you need a ginger ale,
Yeah.
a lukewarm ginger ale. I'm not gonna lie.
Learn the art of a tactical yactical. I am a big fan of the tactical yactical. It makes you feel so much better when you wake up.
You know
Like,
what? Hunger Games was on to something.
Sometimes
when they
you
had
gotta-
that little like
that's insane.
drink.
Did you know that they actually like some people actually do that? They have like throw up. That's okay. That's a whole nother. Like,
Anywho,
really rich people.
Number one tip.
That's the
Number
big
one
one.
tip. Drunk people sleep in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Drunk people sleep in the bathroom.
There's no shame.
Don't
There's no
try
shame
and-
in cuddling the toilet.
Don't try and move them into a bed.
No.
Put them, if anything, put them in the bathtub.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
got a little support.
Yep.
You put drunk people in the bathroom.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than cleaning throw up off of carpets and mattresses.
Yep.
I have worked in a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
I have never thrown up somewhere I'm not supposed to.
Yep.
Not in a car, not in a bed, not in a room. Never.
Yeah.
I have never missed. Like, I've only ever thrown up in a bush or a bathroom.
Yep. Same.
I have.
No. Never mind.
You've
Never
thrown
mind.
up on.
No.
We literally just had a whole like half an hour.
So my friend, why I put the mediophobia trigger is Hunter is like terrified of puke, right?
Oh, is she?
So like she knows now. She'll know. Like she knows like the
Oh, she
face
runs
I
away.
have. No. She'll be like, let's go outside. Let's go to the bathroom. Like she knows my face. She knows my throw up face. And it's gotten to the point where she's locked down.
You guys
now.
are a tack yak.
Yeah.
Like it's you guys just like get too full.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then you like have to throw up and then keep going.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm like I suck that shit down.
That's insane.
Until the end of the night.
Anyway.
And then I watch Crocodile Hunter.
Oh yes, Crocodile
And go to
Hunter is
bed.
another one. Yes.
But I do want to end this on a serious note.
Yeah. Drink
That
safely.
As much as this is
have
funny,
safe drivers.
never ever drink and drive.
No, like
It's not
there's
worth
always
it.
an option. There's so many. Like I just took the serving it right.
Yeah. No, there
Right?
is always
There's-
call your sister, call your sister's friends.
There is always somebody. There's driving
always
programs.
There's always someone to come pick you up.
Always. Always.
If you think that you have a problem,
Yeah.
it's okay to just explore that.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest things, and I mean this on a serious note, I believe in privilege.
Yeah.
And we all have the privilege in our life to do, like we talked about a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
like harm none, do what thee will.
Yeah.
You all have a privilege to consume whatever substances you want. If you think that you have a problem,
There's help.
reach out. There's help. Talk about it.
Yeah. There's
And
no
it's-
shame
it's
in
not-
the addiction
there's-
game.
There's literally
We're
no
trying
shame.
to-
And everything, it's fun until it's not fun.
Yeah.
And we can laugh about our fun drunk stories because we have the privilege of not having an issue with it.
Yeah.
And I think both of us have been really close to addiction.
Yeah.
And I've lost my privilege with other things.
Yep.
And there's always going to be a line, and we're allowed to talk about it and be
Silly and fun and make lighthearted, but
because
we
we
still
have
to do
that
the-
privilege.
yes,
but
we
I
do
do
have to
want
do the
everyone to know
disclaimer.
that it's not always fun and games, and we are talking about binge drinking stories.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a serious issue, and there's always dangers with it.
Yeah.
But be safe. You have friends to call.
Yeah.
Always
Get
have
home
the mom.
safe.
Always have the mom friend in
Yeah.
your group that's going to
Yeah.
pick your head out of the toilet
Yeah.
and have fun, but be safe.
Yeah. That's our moral of the message.
Yeah.
That's our moral of the story. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed
This was
our
chaotic.
special guest. Should we give a round of applause for Bobo's
Woo!
first podcast appearance? Thank you. Thank
Also,
you.
please give your drunk alter ego names.
Yes, we want to hear what your drunk alter ego names are in
Just
the comments.
In
Blast
the comments, drop your drunk alter ego.
Yeah, yeah. And what's your best story with them? What have they gotten you into? Where have you gone?
DM us your best story.
Oh my God, we'd
and
love
maybe
it.
we'll do like a story like reading them.
Oh, I'd love that.
Tell your
Alrighty.
stories. But also, wait, I'm gonna do my thing.
Oh yes, go ahead. Go follow us on the socials. We're gonna go play Trivial Pursuit. I hope you enjoyed
Trivial
this.
Pursuit. Oh wait, what's the cardboard game?
Trivial Pursuit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you next
Bye,
time.
babies. Stay
Mwah.
hot and dangerous.